Hello everyone, welcome. Today I would like to share an instance with all of you. When my son was 6 months, I was planning to introduce solids to him and I had a word with his pediatrician. She advised me no salt and no sugar till 1 year. I knew about it, I had read about it, therefore it was very easy for me to understand. But on the other hand, it was very difficult for my husband and other family members to digest it because they kept on thinking that how is it possible for a child to have bland food, what are the disadvantages of taking sugar, because we all have been given salty food when we all were too young. So I had answers for them and I explained them and it was easy for me. It is very important for all the parents to know about this, that why no salt, why no sugar, so that they can apply it on their kids. So let's talk about this in today's video. Before 6 months, all the salt requirements of the child are being met by the breast milk or the formula milk which the child takes. Once the child is above 6 months, the solids are being introduced to the child. Various fruits, vegetables, lentils are being introduced to the child along with the breast milk and the formula milk. So at this time, the salt requirement of the child is too less. It is as less as 1 gram per day. This requirement is being met by all the natural salts which are being present in various vegetables and fruits which you will be introducing to your child. Therefore, there is no need of giving extra added salt to your child. Most of the time the question comes, why? Why no extra salt? Why should we follow this? So the most important thing which you have to know is that at this time the child is growing. The kidney is still immature, and if we'll be giving excess amount of salt to the child, the kidney won't be able to filter it, there will be a lot of load on the kidney. Therefore, we have to give the salt in the amount which is being required, no excess salt should be given to the child at this time. Will the child eat this bland food which is being cooked without salt? Such questions will come into your mind, but don't worry, just remember, child cannot differentiate between the salted and the unsalted food because this is for the very first time you'll be introducing food to the child. So don't worry about it. Try to encourage good habits from the start. Most of us prefer home cooked food items for our children, but there may be cases where we have to opt for baby food items which are available in the market. It is very important for all of us to check the salt levels in these items. Generally, the salt is being omitted from the baby food items which are available, but still it is very important for all of us to check the labels which are present behind these items. Salt content present in these food items is not mentioned directly over the label, so you have to just look at the label, search for it and do some calculations and see whether the amount which is being present falls under the recommended levels or not. Most of the time, the salt content is present in the form of sodium. So, it has been recommended that if the food items contain more than 0.6 grams of sodium per 100 grams of food items, then it should not be taken by the child, it is not recommended for the child. So you can just look at these things and you can be cautious about these things before buying any products for your child. Also, for the toddlers between 1 to 3 years, the salt requirements are very less, around 2 grams per day. Therefore, we also have to keep a check over the processed items which these kids take, especially the items like breads, cheese and cereals and chips, they have very high amount of salt. So it is very important to monitor this and keep check over it. Initially, whenever the solid food is being introduced to the babies around the age of 6 months, many of them reject it. We get tempted to add salt to their diet because we think that the child is not eating because the food is bland. But we all have to understand here that there is a major transition from breast milk and formula milk to the various solid food items which are being introduced to the child. So we all have to trust the child and we have to give them some time to adjust to the new flavors. If you want to add a lot of flavors to the food, you can use many things like cumin seeds, and then we have mustard seeds, pepper, coriander leaves, mint leaves, many other things which are available which you can use in limited amounts to add flavor to the food of the child. It is also recommended that the child should be introduced to the family meals gradually. So it is very important that you should take out the cooked portion for the child before adding the salt, so that the child can also have the food which the entire family is having. After 1 year, one can introduce the salt in the meals of a child, that too in very limited quantities, around a pinch of salt, that is equivalent to half a teaspoon, and gradually you can increase the levels as the child grows. It has been recommended that between 1 to 3 years, around 2 grams of salt per day is advisable. If salt is being added to the various food items which are being offered to the child at 6 months, the child may get used to this taste and may start rejecting breast milk or formula milk, which are also important at this stage for the child's development. Child will also not get to know about the real taste of vegetables, because the salt would mask the flavors of the various vegetables. It is very important at this stage for child to develop these flavors, because the taste buds are still under the developmental process. Excess salt intake can affect the kidneys as the kidneys are immature. It can also increase the risk of developing hypertension as adults. It can also cause dehydration in the children and can also affect the bones. Therefore, it is very important for all of us to avoid introducing salts in kids as long as possible, and once introduced, monitor it properly. I hope the video was informative. I would be coming up with a video on why sugar should not be introduced in babies before 1 year, so stay tuned. If you like the video, do share and comment, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Till then, take care and do monitor the salt levels in your kids' diet as well as yours.